Hello, this is Steve Kaufman again. My wife Carmen and I are in La Quinta near Palm Springs. We're about to go off and play some golf. Now I did a video with a person called Martin Chuck who runs the Tourstriker Golf Academy, where my wife and I took golf lessons for 3 straight days. And then I did an interview with Martin, which you'll see shortly, where we talked about similarities or differences between learning languages and learning golf. And there are some similarities, and Martin points this out. You'll hear him say that it's important to have goals. It's important that people don't think there's some pixie dust, as he says, some instant cures or shortcuts. It's a lot of hard work and gradually building up on one's skills. He talks about the kinds of goals that he would have if he were to learn a language, which would relate to, say, traveling to Spain and playing golf there, because what he likes to do is to play golf. So a lot of these things kind of relate to language learning, the way I perceive it, which is that you have to enjoy what you're doing, you have to build up gradually, it takes a lot of time, but there are also some major differences. Golf is a skill which you have to train, and from my own experience, you can get better for a while, then you get worse for a while, because it involves the control of so many muscles and so many movements. On the other hand, with language learning, I find that the more time I put in, the more I progress. The more I listen, the more I read, the more I speak, pardon for the outdoor noise here, the more I accumulate experience with the language, the better I get. So to that extent, language learning in a way is easier, because you know that if you have the right attitude and you put in the effort, you will get better. With golf, I'm hoping that with this golf clinic that Carmen and I attended, that we will start to get better. But I've spent 15 years training largely the wrong way, and my game really hasn't improved. On the other hand, in my language learning, if I spend 3 months, 6 months, 1 year learning Russian, Czech, Romanian, Portuguese, Korean, I know that I will get better. So that's just by way of introduction. We're going to go off and play golf now. I want you to watch the video with Martin Chuck, and I look forward to your comments. Oh, and one thing I should add too, golf becomes an addiction to many people. I don't know how many millions of people spend lots of money and put in many hours into improving their golf game, and very few of them do improve. On the other hand, language learning, you're guaranteed to improve. You get something that's of benefit in your social life, travel, professional life. So I hope that more people will become addicted to learning languages. At any rate, enough of me. Now I hope you enjoyed the interview with Martin Chuck, and thanks for listening. Hello, Martin.
Hey, what's going on, Steve?
Well, I just wanted to do a little interview because Carmen, my wife, and I have been down here for 3 days.
Hi, Martin.
Improving our golf game.
Well, it's been a pleasure to have you both here. And for those of you who watch me, I don't normally have a stash, but this is for Movember, which is Men's Health Month, so get your stuff checked out.
And I have my excuse of a mustache on as well. I started a few days late. But at Link, we also have a Movember movement on.
Awesome.
Martin Chuck runs, or is the head pro with Revolution Golf.
I'm one of the contributing coaches on Revolution Golf, and I'm the inventor of the Tourstriker training products, and I coach the Tourstriker Golf Academy.
And we discovered, or Carmen discovered, Martin through his videos on YouTube.
Well, thank you.
Which we felt, amongst all the different videos we'd seen, were the best, that made the most sense, and therefore, as a result, we came down to your academy.
Oh, thanks.
But what I want to talk about, because my viewers are interested, they may also be interested in golf, but they're primarily interested in learning languages. And I was thinking, as we were going through this, that you're a coach.
Yes.
You're a motivator. You're a teacher. And I'm sure there are things in common between motivating and coaching people when it comes to learning languages and when it comes to learning to play golf better.
Absolutely.
So from your perspective, what do you try to achieve as a coach?
I try to, take people and show them what's possible. I think of it in languages, and I think, man, I'd sure love to learn another language. And for me, if I was to kind of say, if I was a language coach, how would I inspire people to learn a language? I know what I do. Mm-hmm. I'd say my goal is to go visit such and such country, France or Spain, and I can't wait to go play a golf journey there for 7 days, and it might be a year, 18 months away, and then I'd think, okay, I want to play golf in Spain, well, I want to learn how to speak the language too. So I would set a goal for myself that I think, I love playing golf, and I love playing golf in Spain, and I know I could get around fine probably in Spain with English, but I would want to learn the language. So I would pick something that I love, which is golf, and then I would do something that I would aspire to be better at, which is a second language. So that's how kind of I would do it.
Okay.
You know, now as it relates to, you asked me the question, I kind of went on a tangent.
Right.
How I inspire people to play better golf is everybody wants the quick fix. They want the pixie dust. They just want it now. That's the attitude we have. And as a coach, I try to inspire people to understand that it's subtle skills that we stack upon one another, and we can build those subtle skills. We become much better, much more educated, and then as we're conscious, we can automate things. You have to learn the basics in golf. You have to learn a few different things about club face, path, how the ball reacts. And that's really stuff there's no shortcuts to that. And I'm sure when you're teaching languages, there's no shortcuts to certain things too.
And it's not simply a matter of explaining those things. It's a matter of grooving them through the various drills that you've showed us.
Right.
And I think in language learning too, I have the same approach. I feel that anyone can learn. And I think you encouraged us here. We can all become better.
Right.
Some will be better than others. There are some differences, but we can all improve. But we have to put the effort in. It's not, as you say, it's not pixie dust. Language learning as well, it takes time. I always say in language learning there's three issues. There's attitude.
Yep.
Whether you like the language, whether you're, willing to put the effort in, whether you're fighting the language, so attitude.
Sure.
The second thing is time.
Yep. And
the third thing is developing that ability to notice what is happening in the language you're learning.
Right.
But if I apply that to golf, obviously if you don't like the game of golf, if you're not willing to put in the effort, and if you don't put in the time, and if you don't notice the things that you mentioned, for example, how the face of the club hits the ball, then you're going to have a tough time improving. So there are similarities.
That's a great parallel, I agree. Yeah.
And so, and you consider yourself a teacher or a coach?
I like to think I'm a conduit to somebody learning something.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to teach golf. You have to provide different experiences that somebody goes, oh, and they have these subtle little aha moments, and eventually you have a series of aha moments, and then you feel like you have a certain command and certainty over what you're doing. So I can't just say, here, do this, because that's not how it works. I have to show you why you'll feel better about playing golf when you make these subtle changes, and then you'll feel, wow, that felt great, and man, I'm capable of breaking 80, and there's a reason why, and a lot of the stuff out there that people coach maybe isn't worked that well, and there's a lot of just do this because, and I don't like to say just do this because, I like to explain things thoroughly so people understand it, and I explain it 15 different ways, because if I explain it once, that may not do it. You might have to explain it a bunch of times, and then maybe they hook onto one of those things.
Exactly. Yep. And as you say, once you have a feeling of success, that inspires you to do more.
Right.
And I feel the same is true in languages. You can feel that you're not getting anywhere, then you'll have a eureka moment.
Right.
You're in Spain, you were at a bar, and all of a sudden you could communicate well with people.
Exactly.
That's what keeps people going. So, I just wanted to do this interview because Carmen and I enjoyed it. We're down here in sunny Phoenix. We had a lovely time with 4 others. We were 6 in all.
6.
It was a very intense 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
We feel we really benefited.
It was a wonderful golf school.
Wonderful. And
You worked very hard. And so did Carmen.
And mostly we enjoyed it. And I think that's true of whether it's golf or language learning.
Yeah.
You have to enjoy it. So maybe we can agree on that. And
We agree.
thank you very much.
Thanks, my friend.
Okay.